Hi folks, where are we at today? We are at Pattern Focus at pattern-collections.com. Go to today's pattern. No, I think I skipped one. Just a minute. That one. Colophonis. Or I'm not sure how you say that, but this is the next one. Colophonis by Silky Wagner. Another zigzag one. This is our second zigzag pattern, based pattern this week. So we're going to make our zigzags, which I'm not the best at, I must admit. Then they're not going to touch, but we're going to mirror that zigzag here. And then we're going to do another row. They're not going to touch, but we're going to mirror them. And so forth. So we've got however much we want to fill in with mirrored zigzags that don't touch. So there has to be a space here in between them. And then in each of the, so we have peaks and valleys. In each valley, we're going to put a little curve on every single one. And then the other direction. All right, so inside each of those, we're going to put a curve. One going one way, one going the other. And then in that space that's left, because see now they're like ribbons of little ice cream coney things. In that space, we're going to put like a diamond or a little square, right? And then it looks like that. Look at that pretty color combination, that green and the purple. Really pretty. So it looks like that. I think I may do it in a relatively large scale. We'll see. See what happens. So I'm going to turn on my light. Oh, sorry. I went a little fast that time. Gonna give myself a border. Relatively straight one, I think. I'm going to put this at a diagonal. But I do think I'm going to give myself some pencil lines to help guide my zigzag, because I am really bad at the zigzaggy. So I'm gonna actually do that, and then this, and then a small one, and a wider one, and a small one, and a wide one, and a small one, and a wide one, and a small one. Okay. I'm going to do that to help guide my zigzags. Can you see what I did? You can. Not that it'll probably help me any, but we'll see. See what happens. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to play with two different size nibs. I think I'm going to put my zigzag in this one, and then I'm going to do the little arch and in this one. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Or maybe on some of them. So I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this, and this. I'm making it a really big scale. And I'm doing that on purpose. So then, that way. See, I'm not very good at zigzags. This first one came out really good. Trying to make the other ones match, not so much. I was way off with that one. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it just like that. Or do I want to go all the way to the corner? Maybe so. Now I'm going to use my smaller one and do these arches. And they go close to this end. They're not like down here in the middle. They're more toward up here, like that. Like little ice cream cones. And then I'm going to turn it around and do it the other way because it's easier for me to draw that shape this way than it is for me to draw it under like that. You're too close. I keep going out of frame. I'm sorry. Like that. Like that. Okay, so far so good. It's because I gave myself those guides. I did really need those guides. They still, some of my triangles went a little off the rail, but most of them are good. Give me my, do that. I don't know why I didn't just draw a border to start with. It really just needs one. So I'm just going to erase a little bit of those lines, and I'm just going to use my brush pen to do my border. That way I have a nice thick one. Why is my light, my light seems to be flashing, flickering, and I don't know why. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Now I need to draw and fill in it's supposed to be Marsh Square, but that's not how mine ended up. So we're just gonna live with it. Like that. Kind of like that. Or some other way, because I don't think I'm doing this part quite right. But you know what? It is what it is. Okay. Find the right pen. Helps when you have the right pen for the job. I like to fill in larger areas with a brush pen. I just find it easier, faster, and less stressful for me. So, you know, do whatever is the least stressful and easiest for you. If you like coloring in with the little 01 pen, absolutely go for it. It is not my Zen thing. Even though I know sometimes the brush pen will make it I might get a little carried away with it. Most of the time, the brush pen is my go-to for this kind of thing. And if you don't want to sit here and watch me color, fast forward a few minutes, because this is going to take a moment, and then I'll figure out if there's anything else I want to do to these besides leaving it exactly the way the pattern shows. I'm sure that embellishing is probably going to happen, but I don't know what. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? Well, that makes it look different. So that's basically the whole thing. Now I'm just going to play and embellish. At this point you could be done, but you know me, I'm never happy with just that. I've always got to do something different, because, you know, which is who I am. So how's you guys' fall? My fall is not really fall. My fall is summer. I have got horrendous hot weather. Feels like summer around here. I'm not happy with this particular shape that's coming out here. Thought it would help enhance this sort of cross shape that I saw coming. I'm not overly happy with it. But I'm going to keep going, and you never know, when I'm all done it might look all right. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Maybe if I fill in the middles, that would be better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now you'll notice that I didn't get out my brush pen when I went back to fill these in. And that's because I know, for me, I need the more control in this smaller area, which means I need a smaller pen. Brush works great for a little bit bigger areas. For me, and it can get into tinier spots, but for me, I really need more control when I get into these smaller areas. So you guys know that I had gone to amusement park, gone to Universal Studios on Monday. I was just thinking about the drive. My sister-in-law had her GPS going, and my brother-in-law was driving, and the GPS was taking us the strangest ways, but apparently it was faster. She was following the fastest route. And sometimes the fastest route is not the most direct route when you're talking about traffic on LA freeways. And so it took us off the freeway, and it took us a few blocks through this town, parts of town that it's like, really? And it was, yeah, it was a harrowing drive. Let's put it that way. It might have been faster, but it certainly wasn't easier. And it was a lot more stressful. So I don't know. That might not be the way I would choose to go. But I wasn't driving and I wasn't navigating. I was just the passenger. And so I could get on my phone and play a game or read my book and try to ignore what was going on around me. But I likened it, when we got there, I likened it to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride at Disneyland. I know we weren't going to Disneyland, but I likened it to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. It seemed like that was a crazy drive. And then going home, it's like it started all over again. Go this way, go that way. No, you don't want to make a U-turn. Go this way. It was craziness. Doesn't help that the LA freeway system does not always have the best of signage. And so, you know, when you're on a surface street, sometimes you don't know. Yeah, you know the on-ramp is coming up, but by the time you get to where the on-ramp is, you're in the wrong lane. And then you have to go like around the block or go down a street and make a U-turn and come back because, you know, it's too crowded to cut over. Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And there's no way I could drive in that part of town on a regular basis. Okay, that made it better. I'm happier with that. I was not happy before, but I'm happier with that. Now, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to just try shading. We'll see what shading does. First, I was thinking of putting like a fan shape. Sorry, I'm sharpening my pencil. I was thinking of making like fan shape like that. You know, going this way. But I don't think so. I was going to do that with my pen, but now I'm thinking no. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go right in the base of the V's, kind of like a candy corn, and just do some shading right there and then turn it around and do it the other way. These could totally be candy corns. Rows and rows of candy corns is what this could be. You know, it's getting to be Halloween. And I have learned over the years there are two groups of people in this world. There is the group that love candy corn at Halloween. And then there is the group that despises candy corn at Halloween. There aren't too many people who are neutral about candy corns. I happen to fall into the I like candy corn camp. However, it must be Brock's candy corns. Generic candy corns just don't cut it. It must be Brock's brand or I won't. They're not worth bothering. I think Brock's has more honey and less of the wax like substance, because I know candy corns are a little waxy. I think that's the coating on the outside. But other brands, seems like that waxy stuff is throughout the whole candy and not just on a tiny thin layer on the outside. I don't like other brands. So you guys let me know, are you candy corn fans, or are you no way, Jose, I hate them, they're gross? You won't hurt my feelings if you say that you think they're gross, just because I think they're good. They are sort of a one time a year candy though, you know. They come out for Halloween. I have some, you know, usually the family will buy 1 or 2 bags for in the month of October, and then, you know, then we're candy corned out. Unlike chocolate that I can have year round. And then of course there's those who are diabetic, who cannot eat or shouldn't eat either of those things, the chocolate or the candy corns. And so I am sorry if I am upsetting you with my talk about candy corns. But this is just what these little guys remind me of. All right. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. I was thinking maybe I need to do something else, but no. Stop while you're ahead there, Donald. This one was called, I don't know what, because my phone decided to do something weird. There we go. Colophonis. Colophonis. There we go. All right, hope you guys are having a good day. We are quickly approaching the end of the month. Holy guacamole, can't believe that. And we are approaching Halloween. Other than the candy, I'm not much of a Halloween fan, but I know that there are tons of people who are. You know, let me know about that too. Put it in the comments below. Are you a Halloween person? Are you a Halloween candy? Do you have a favorite treat that happens only at this time of year? I mean, maybe some of you are candy apple people. Maybe some of you are Tootsie Roll people. Let me know, because, you know, why not? Let's share about ourselves. Let's become a community where we know each other, right? Anyway, I hope you have a safe Halloween upcoming, and for those of you who are not in the parts of the world that celebrate Halloween, then you know, do whatever it is that you do at this time of year. I will see you guys later, and yeah, you have a great day. I'm ready for a break. Bye.